Good morning! Hello, how's it going? Welcome to stream! Yo, it's time for stream, can you believe it? I am definitely not still setting stuff up. Because as you all know, I'm incredibly organized. There we go, why is my, like, camera so high up? I'm not up there, I'm down here. And my music is too loud, 1 second. I love this tablet and everything, but it's so freaking big. And it's so in the way. I've been kind of thinking about getting a small non-display tablet just for like streaming. Because this thing is so chunky that it's really in the way of all of like my other monitors, and I kind of need those so I can, you know, read chat and stuff. We're doing stuff. Anyway, egg? What? Really? That's crazy. That's absolutely wild. Can you stream Ultra Kill sometime? I wasn't really planning to. Isn't that kind of like a FPS game? Have you played Silksong? I haven't even played the original Hollow Knight. I'm gonna play Hollow Knight for the first time on Wednesday. And for that, I need a thumbnail. So today we're gonna work on some Hollow Knight artwork for the thumbnail, and I'm gonna try my best to not spoil myself. I mean, spoil the story. I mean, yeah. Hope you're well. I am well. I'm okay. I apologize for lack of streams lately. I'm fixing it, okay? I'm fixing it. We're gonna stream. I'm gonna stream. Okay. I said I might stream every day this week. I don't know about that. Because I kind of need at least what I have a lot of errands to run this week, and Tuesday is usually my errands day. So I don't know, because I was gonna say like, oh, I'll just move Tuesday's stream to Thursday, but you know what? I could also stream tomorrow and just do a shorter stream than usual. Like, it doesn't have to be like a 5 million hour stream as usual. I literally just had that thought, so yeah. Just got up from bed, about to start animating. Chip is streaming, life is good. Heck yeah! We're gonna do the most epic co-working today. Everybody's gotta work on something right now. If you don't, that's illegal, and the co-working police is gonna come to your house and arrest you. Yeah, just letting you know, so you better be working on something. Meanwhile, I am gonna grab a reference of Hornet, I think is the name of the Hollow Knight character. Yeah, I honestly, like, the extent of my Hollow Knight knowledge is like, it's about like bugs, and it's like platforming and odd bosses. That's like literally all I know. And that a lot of the fandom headcanons the bugs as lesbians. That's the extent of my Hollow Knight knowledge, which we're gonna do something about that on Wednesday. Friday long stream? Maybe. Hornet is Silksong, the sequel's main character of Hollow Knight. Oh, you know, I thought they both had the same main character. Okay. I'm just gonna type in Hollow Knight 2016, I think the original came out. 2017. Yeah, 2017, okay. Oh my god, yeah, of course. The guy with the cape. I mean, most of these characters have capes. The guy with the curved horns. I mean, most of them also have curved horns. The one with the spear. They all have spears. Okay, the one with the grey cape. There we go. That's the main character of Hollow Knight. You know, I literally, like, Mandela affected myself into thinking the one with the red cape is the main character. But I guess they're the main character of the sequel. Wow, I'm learning so much. How old are you? Hello, welcome in. I've no idea about the game, also heard it's pretty good. Yeah, same here. Did you like the fan art of Howard I made? I freaking loved it, bro. It's so freaking cool to see my, like, lesser known characters in other people's styles, I gotta say. Big fan. Thank you very much for that, I really appreciate it. Speaking of which, I think it's almost time for me to start making the next VTuber model to add to my stream, so I think I'm gonna do another vote for who that should be. It's probably gonna be between Ryan, Radio, Howard, Bonnie, or Ross. I bet like most of you don't know who any of those are. Don't worry about it. I'll show you pictures on the poll, but we're gonna do a vote for that. And I'm probably gonna work on those on Tuesday or Thursday. I don't know, bro. I literally I made like a stream plan before I started today. And like I only just had the idea. I was like, yo, on Tuesday I'm gonna be busy so I can't stream. But like, I could just do a shorter stream. Radio's the brute? Exactly. It's always really interesting. Like now that my now that I have a VTuber model for my main characters, it's always really interesting to see which of my like lesser known characters people like the most. But yeah. Anyway, I should probably like actually start working on this if I want to be done by tomorrow. The thing is, this whole time I thought the character with the red cape is the main character of Hollow Knight, like in general. So I had like this idea of what the thumbnail would look like in my head, and it was with that character. So with this character, it's like, frick, I don't know what to do. I mean, I guess it's gonna be kind of similar to my wait, I want to show you. My one-shot thumbnail, which looks like this. And I kind of want to do it like every time I play a new game, I like swap it so that I'll be on this side and the character will be on that side. So I guess I would just do like maybe like the little Hollow Knight dude slash mom, I honestly don't know. And then like kind of like, I mean, it's useful that it's such a simple character. This shouldn't actually take that long to make. Glad you liked it. Yeah, I freaking loved it, dude. You have like the most amazing art style as well. Can't say it's between options and say half a dozen options. Hey, listen, that was only 5 options? Or 4. There's only 4 options, right? If I can count. What's your Team Fortress 2 main? Bro, I've played Team Fortress 2 like for a total of like 20 minutes in my entire life. It's not my kind of game. I'm sorry. I'm not a first-person shooter kind of guy, I'm sorry. I don't actually know what— oh. Just suddenly started feeling really dizzy. What the flip? Hope I don't die, that would be pretty bad. I'm always dying, bro. Always dying. Looks like a marshmallow. I mean, this character looks very marshmallowy. And like the horns are like kind of melted. Reminder to hydrate? Bro, I don't need a reminder. I'm the most hydrated guy on this entire platform. I don't even know how I do that, but I literally just like subconsciously sip from my water every like 10 minutes. I don't even realize I'm doing it until my almost 2-liter bottle of water is suddenly empty at like 3 p.m. Wasn't I like saying something? What was I saying? Bro. Alright, this is like kind of what I have in mind. But I want it to be a bit more like, let me use my best friend, the liquefy tool. I frickin' love the liquefy tool, bro. You can make like little adjustments to your artwork without having to redraw everything. It's really cool. Really useful, highly recommend. Actually, they don't have like that big of a chin. Kind of like this, and then they're like over here. And then I'm like over here. Like, wow. Yo, think of the bits, Felix. Welcome in. Meowdy Aaron. Meowdy. Get Meowdy that. Yeah. Streaming is a thing I do sometimes. Yeah. I made a little stream plan before I started today, so I'm like hyped. I'm at a nice point right now because I got a lot of stuff done that was preventing me from being able to stream without being like, but I have to do this other thing first. Like, I finished my latest video. I basically finished my okay, like, I hope you've all seen my last video. But something... Oh, sorry, just like random... My throat was just randomly like, yo, you're too dry, let me like slime it up. What was I saying? Yeah, in my last video, I like talked a little bit about how I applied for Euroference and I got in, but they gave me a smaller table. And I realized afterwards. See, I was talking to a friend of mine. You might know him. He runs Part-Time Dragons, which is like a little... I don't know how to explain it. It's like me, but with dragons, honestly. Like, they do a lot of like fantasy animal merch. Not just dragons, actually. They also have a YouTube channel where they do like comics, comic voiceovers and stuff. So we started talking pretty recently, and it was kind of funny timing because they're also kind of getting into conventions within the last year or so. And I was basically talking about the application process with them for like how do you apply for conventions. And they taught me something very valuable, which is it's a good idea to create what is called a convention kit. It is kind of like, it's almost like a portfolio that you send to conventions, like a nice looking page that has examples of all your stuff and a little explanation of who you are. Now that I describe it, it sounds really obvious that you would send in something like that. With me, I was just kind of like, I don't know, I always just sent them a link to my shop and I was like, okay, here you go. But I've realized that that isn't very, like, descriptive of who I am. It doesn't really, like, explain to you why you should be at my... why you should consider me over all of the other talented artists who are applying, right? Where was I going with this? Yeah, I made one of those. Which is pretty important because we're applying to some new conventions now. Right now. And most of the applications close very soon, so I had to do that. That's done. What else do I have to do? I do need to finish my socks plushie design very soon. Spoilers if you didn't know that. I've been holding some votes over on my Patreon for like how the plush should look, because I've been wanting to... I mean, you guys probably know this because I yap about this on like almost every stream, but I've wanted to make a socks plushie for a very long time. And I always procrastinated on it because it's like Chip has so many options for how the plush could look, but it feels like socks is like even worse. Like I really didn't know, like, I don't know, do I make him quadruped like this? Do I make him bipedal? Do I give him like really detailed eyes like sometimes I draw him with? Or do I give him like dot eyes? Like what expression should he have? What kind of material should I use? All that stuff just really like overwhelmed me and made me procrastinate, literally procrastinate on finally coming up with a design for the plush. So I was literally like, okay, how can I solve this issue? I can solve this issue like how I solve every decision that I can't decide on, is just ask my Patreons. Which is very useful. It's also pretty nice for them as well, like you get a little bit of like I don't know, I always try to think of it like if I was supporting a creator I like, what would I like to be able to do, you know? And the idea of like helping them decide something like a design for a plush, I really like that. So I was like, okay, let's do it. And yeah, I've basically created a 3D sculpt. That's also a thing I do sometimes. Yes, I 3D sculpt. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. So I just kind of need to like finish off that and then make the design and then send it off. And that's important to do pretty soon because that stuff takes very long. But yeah, other than that, I've completed all my major tasks, including stuff for Polaris Convention, which is another story that I need to tell you about in a sec. Might be the first time I'm here for more than a second. So do you think you ever got to go to a con in the UK? Okay, about that, I'm gonna answer that right now because that's relevant to what I was talking about. So I've been thinking about doing Confuzzled for a long time, but I was always a little bit scared of it. Because up till now I've only ever been to conventions in Germany, and ones where I don't have to like book a hotel or anything like that. So the idea of going kind of scared me. But I was like, okay, I just kind of need to like bite the bullet and do it. And then I realized I missed the application phase. Okay, like, listen, this Confuzzled, this convention is in June. I think it's in June. Next year. And they already closed the delisted applications. Wild. So I'm probably not gonna be at Confuzzled next year, but I am planning to apply for another convention in the UK, which is called ScotiaCon. And that is in Scotland. And that would be very interesting, I think. So, yeah. That will be my first UK convention if I get accepted. See, that convention, for example, that's in February. And the dealer's applications are still open. I mean, it's a lot smaller than Confuzzled, so I guess they need more time need more time to look through the applications and stuff, so I guess it makes sense. It's just really annoying, like, the day I was like, okay, I'm just gonna bite the bullet and apply for Confuzzled. The day I think that, I go on the website and I see that they literally just closed them. So annoying. Also, I don't like how this is. Does this guy have a neck? What is the character from the first Hollow Knight called, anyway? Are they just called Hollow Knight? Or Hollow? And the one with the red cape is called Silk Song? Is that the lore? I mean, if I just draw in the cape, it should fix itself, right? Just cover up your mistakes, that's how we do it. The knight. Oh. Ooh, okay. Okay. Well, I'm excited to play as the knight. I think the new one is Hornet. Yeah, you're right. So who is Silk Song? Shame I don't have big money for YouTuber merch, also I'll be grabbing these left and right because I do love plushies. Yeah, I relate. I can relate. It's also really frustrating. Because I think the socks plushie is probably gonna have to be a bit more expensive than my usual chip plushies, just because the design is so complicated. Like, Chip is such a simple design, it's really easy to keep the plushies for him cheap, but I honestly don't know about socks. I'm gonna try my best to come up with a design that's, like, fairly simple without, like, ruining the character. But yeah, just a heads up, it is probably gonna be a bit more expensive than my usuals, unfortunately. Also, because of the new frickin', like, tariffs and shit that are happening and being really annoying and not cool. Yeah, I love being a small business and having my livelihood affected by politics of countries that I don't even live in. It's really cool. Working on getting both Hollow Knight games. I don't think it still is, but the first one was on sale when I grabbed it. It was freaking like €6 or something ridiculous. It was amazing. But it's the kind of game that goes on sale pretty often, so you probably have another chance to grab it sometime. They're called Vessel or something? Don't know, I don't play the games. I guess we'll find out on Wednesday. Skunk, very true. I did appreciate at Eurofluence how many people were like, yo, I need more skunk merch. Ah. Hydration. Who love being hydrated, how about you? But yeah, if you're working on anything right now, please feel free to explain, because I like knowing that stuff. I am nosy. Yeah. Yeah. Wait. This part of the cape goes over like this. What do their hands even look like? I don't even see any on these pictures. Okay, they are like just little black stubby hands. Cute. Peak character design, I'm not gonna lie. Bro, it's frickin' October on Wednesday. It is October on Wednesday. What is going on? I really don't like how fast this year is going by. It's freaking me out, like, unironically. I don't like it. I blinked and September is already over. Oh, thank you for the save reminder. That's a very good point because I have not saved this one single time. Okay, let's call it... Hello? Good night. Thumbnail. If October is soon, that means daylight savings and the stream times will change for me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Frickin' daylight savings always screws me over in some way. Every single year, something goes wrong because of daylight savings. Last year, it was I still remember that. I was planning to do a collaboration stream with Gabe VA. And we like planned it at like 8 PM or something like that my time. And at 7 PM he was texting me like, hello, where are you? What happened? Are you okay? And I was like, bro, we said 8 PM. And yeah, because daylight savings, I think it happened in the US first, and then later in Germany, so like literally just that day we were on the opposite we were an extra hour apart, and it caused mass confusion. Holy shit, it's that guy. Do you mean this guy or this guy? Ooh, should I like try to replicate the art style? I think I should. I mean, it's like kind of similar to the style I use for like personal art, not gonna lie. Never mind, I forgot. Ah, shit. Well, let me know if you remember. That sounds very important. Wintertime is correct. Yeah, I agree. I can't believe we're in the year 2026. I mean, we're almost in 2026. I can't believe we're in the year 2025. And we still have daylight savings, like... Bro. What is this, like, medieval BS? Me in the Bronze Age, like, yo, what if half of the year we just change the time for no reason? That'd be really, really funny. Absolutely hilarious, if I do say so myself. Okay, so I was thinking like this, and then maybe like... Maybe some like... Like, whoa, a shiny boy. Is there a... How could I draw, like, socks in this style? It's not really any, like, animals in the game, is there? They're all little bug skeleton thingies. I guess I could do like the big eyes. I'll just try it. Maybe I can figure something out. I don't know, personally I don't like all the fake time things, like actual time doesn't change, just a way of counting it. Exactly! Makes no sense, does it? Yo, is that Rick? Hello, how are you doing, dude? Welcome to stream, I hope you've been well. Yeah, I guess I could just kind of give him like a bit more of a square-shaped face, and then... Or maybe like face sideways and give him the snoot and make the snoot like a bit rounder. Like the big hollow eyes. Something like this, I don't know. And then like, they don't really have eyes though, do they? I'm not sure. What do I look like, an artist? Bro. I don't know how to draw. The EU agreed to abandon DST no later than 2021, but they couldn't agree on which to keep. Then the big C happened and the discussion got postponed. That's what I read too. Like, it's so annoying. We almost got rid of daylight savings, and then they just keep postponing the discussion about it. It's so annoying. Like, just keep winter time, dude. Just keep... Everybody thinks winter time makes more sense. Recently found your YouTubers, love them, have a nice day. Thank you very much. May I ask, unless you have to run, I'm very curious which was the first video you saw. Also, hi Steven, welcome in. I guess I could just do this. Maybe a hollow mouth. Looks a little creepy though, I don't know. Can I turn you into Chip later? I'll think about it. Yeah, I don't know, cause like, I don't want him to look too similar to the Hollow Knight guy. What is that? That's not the brush I wanted. Unbelievable. What if I just make him look like silly? The newest one going to a furry convention? Oh really? That was your first video. That's really cool. I'm glad YouTube decided to recommend me to some new people. That's cool. Because usually it's like, yeah, I'm gonna show your videos to the same 5 people 200 million times. Yo, hi Roast, welcome in. How are you? I am... okay. I feel a sense of order. Because my life has been very chaotic for the past month or so. But I finally got my latest video done, and I finally finished off some other important stuff that I had to do. So I feel like for once I can like relax a little bit and do stuff like this. Like working on thumbnails for my stream and stuff, because it's so annoying when I have to like deprioritize my stream stuff because I have like more important things that I need to deal with. I don't like doing that. Because streaming is fun and I like to chat with you guys and I like to make art and stuff for streams. I like to make the VTuber stuff and I like everything, yeah. So it makes me sad when I have to postpone streams or like make them shorter and like in general not work on stuff that I want to implement into my streams. So it's nice to be able to have a little bit of time to actually look at all my projects that I want to do and be like, okay, how about I do this, you know? Does that make sense? How are you? Watched about 7 of your videos now, need to watch more. Yo, I appreciate it, thank you. I also really want to, like, have more viewers who know me from my newer stuff. Because, like, it's not that I hate my past videos or anything, but it's just not, like, a representation of me anymore, and the kind of videos that I want to make anymore. And, like, even, like, 6 years later, I'm still getting people being like, where's Chip? Can you make a video like this again? And it's like, even stupid stuff like, I want you to sound like you used to, And like, sometimes I think like maybe I should have just made a new channel. Because it's not that I think the old videos and stuff are bad. I'm never gonna like delete them or anything, or I'm never gonna, you know, look down on people who still enjoy them. Like, very much feel free to still enjoy those videos. But just the whole, like, expecting me to still create... Like, you gotta think of it like this. Like, my channel is almost 8 years old, or is it almost 9 years old? It's pretty old. If you're doing the same stuff for 9 years, you go crazy. Unironically. I gotta do something different. And I think it's like totally okay if people don't enjoy my newer stuff as much as my older stuff. I don't have an issue with that at all. It's just this like entitlement that some people have that like, no, you gotta make the stuff that I like and nothing else. Like, leave me alone, I'm just a guy. When I know time zone differences between me and my friends, I act as a time zone translator between everyone. Then the switch to summer, winter time happens and I malfunction. Oh my god. Yeah, what I really like is, you know what, Discord? It has like, you can use like the hammer time thing to make a time that like adjusts itself to whoever's looking at it from based on their time zone and stuff. It's freaking great, I use it all the time. That said, I used that to plan the collab stream I was talking about with Gabe last year when daylight savings happened and we still messed up, so I don't know. Only so much you could do, I guess. Also, hi Freckles! Oh my god, welcome in. How's it going? Latest video was really fun to watch, thank you very much. I'm pretty... See, the thing is, like, I was writing the script and I was like, oh my... Okay, like, the video was actually only supposed to be about 5 minutes long. I wanted to release it, like, as soon as I could so that people have, like, as much time as they can to get the shirt rerun. But I was writing the script and I was like, oh my god, I have so much I want to say. That it ended up being almost 10 minutes long, and that, like, I could have kept going. There's still so much stuff that I wanted to talk about in that video that I just couldn't because of time constraints. Yeah, YouTube for me right now is like, I wish I could spend as much time as I want on each video, but I kinda can't because otherwise I will die and not be able to pay my bills for the month. That's the life of an animator. It's fine. I'm not complaining. It's I made my bed. I'm gonna lie in it. I'm gonna enjoy lying in it because I made it. People who say that you should sound like you used to are kind of transphobic, not gonna lie. See, I don't know. I don't know, like... It's probably a mix of people, because I've since learned that, cis creators get the same thing. You know, the kind of, storytime animators that started when they were prepubescent, and then they went through puberty, and now they sound different. They get those comments as well. People like Brody, I think, Abominations? I'm not sure. I honestly never really watched Abominations, so I don't know. He might still sound the same as he used to, for all I know. But I know that Brody definitely. I think his full name is Brody Animates. He's had comments like that, and he's made posts about like how shitty it feels. So I have learned that it's not just me, which is nice, and it's not just transphobia. That being said, it probably has a little bit of transphobia as well. Yo, thank you for becoming a frickin' Gato Squad member, Shady Cat. Shady Cat! Welcome in, Shady Cat 47. Enjoying my emotes. They are cool, and I've been working on adding more, actually. Yeah, if you're a regular viewer of the stream, you've probably heard me rant about this a lot, but I have so many things and stuff that I want to do, and not enough time to do it all. And I guess I touched on this a little bit earlier, but one of those things is like spending more time on my streams, working on graphics, and especially emotes and stuff. I don't have a ton of emotes, and especially animated ones. But you know what I did? Thank you for the save reminder. I decided that I need help with it. And I reached out to a friend and I said, can you help me come up with some emote ideas? And can I commission you to make them? So, yeah, there we go. We're finally getting some new emotes eventually. Are you proud of me? I usually just, like, suffer because I don't have enough time to do anything, instead of, like, asking people to help me with it. Crazy, right? Hello, I have a question? That's crazy. Imagine having a question. So you're drawing bugs? Yeah, so I'm gonna play Hollow Knight, the first one, for the first time on Wednesday. I was a little bit like, okay, it's kind of weird that Silksong, the sequel, just came out and I'm playing the original. But I've been thinking about it, and you know what? Whenever a new game comes out, I usually actually avoid it when people are streaming that game, because I don't want to see spoilers. So, you know, my stream can kind of be like for those people who want to play Silksong eventually, and I don't want to see spoilers for it. Thank you, it's a pleasure. I appreciate it, that's really sweet of you. Took me a while to get to the new voice, to get used to the new voice. I mean, do you have that same reaction with, like, teenage boys? Not that you're like, I don't know, if you have like a prepubescent guy in your family or something, does it also make you feel weird when their voice gets deeper? I don't know. Yo, Victor, what the flip? Thank you so much for the dono, I really appreciate it. Also, welcome in. How are you doing? That message went by too fast. Let me read it real quick. Oh no, a skewed Kong. Oh my god. That is not what they wrote. The cute skunk appears, cover your noses. Yeah, cause I smell too nice. Thank you, dude. I really appreciate it. Just linked your videos a few days ago to help me with animating. How cool to see you live. No way! Thank you very much, I appreciate it. You're an animator as well, Cricket? Do you mayhaps also live stream? And I gotta untrim and stretch. Alright. Alright. Alright, let's go. Let's do a stretch. Oh! Ah. There we go. Skewed Kung. Yeah, I don't know. Why does Kung sound like a slur? We're getting into making my own animated emotes. Yes, I do live stream. Hell yeah. We do a sneaky follow. Let's go. I dislike bug on bug violence. Do you fight other bugs though? Aren't the enemies other species? It really does sound inappropriate for some reason. I know, right? I don't know why. It sounds like a slur. New slur just dropped. Oh my gosh. Okay, what am I doing? Why did you change your mascot from a cat to a skunk? Well, Chip is still my mascot. Socks is just my my Sona. Chip. Okay, short version because I answer this question in like every stream. So I apologize for not wanting to spend like super long talking about it. Basically, short story is Chip the cat. I made him I made him almost 9 years ago now. Made him from the beginning to be a character that people like looking at in YouTube videos and can draw easily, and basically character was made for the audience. Socks, this character, I never had the I never planned to use him in videos or live streams. So I made him entirely for me. I made him entirely as a character I can see myself as and use in like personal art or like get commissions of and stuff like that just for fun. So put two and two together. I'm sure you can imagine why I feel way more connected to Socks as a representation of me than Chip. Yeah. Hope that makes sense. Hi there, seen you on YouTube before? What? No, I don't have a YouTube channel. What even is YouTube? I'm just a guy. You fight zombie bugs? What? Spoilers. Hello. How's game creating going so far? Any updates? See, I do have updates, but I don't know, like, how much I'm allowed to tell you, to be honest. I'd say we're very close to deciding on a final release date. But it's been a little bit difficult because something always, like, comes up at the last minute. But, like, this current release date is, like, probably like 70% certain, because we're like in the final, not to get like businessy on you, but we're in the final stages of like the marketing right now. We're like planning like, okay,
Plus, Sox has a better evolution line, evolving into HazeV instead of evolving to pesetatos.
What? What does that mean? Well, thank you, Victor. Please consider translating that. I don't know what that means. What is pitatos? Wait, I get it. It's because socks is in like socks that you wear. He evolves into thigh highs, like a Pokemon. I don't know what pitatos is though, I'm sorry. Didn't expect the TTS. It's beautiful, isn't it? Chip has a German accent. Get that a character more for skits and then socks for personal stuff? Yeah. I'm glad that makes sense. A lot of people don't like change. Yeah, that's definitely very true. It's very frustrating because especially with like YouTube videos because it's like you can just stop watching them if you don't like them it's like okay if you don't like the new style. But like the whole complaining about it and expecting you to go back to something that you don't enjoy doing is what bothers me. The world would be such a better place if people would be like, okay, I do not like this thing, so I am not going to engage with it anymore. The thing is, with like YouTube videos though, for example, people don't like change, but they also don't like things staying exactly the same. Like, if you make the exact same style of videos for, I don't know, 10 years or whatever, people get bored. They're like, it's just the same shit over and over again. I don't need to watch this anymore. And then when you do change it, people are like, what is this? This is not what I subscribed for. Do the old thing again. You literally can't win. So, in my opinion, you should literally just do whatever you want. It's a tough pill to swallow, but you literally cannot please everybody, so you should just not try to please everybody and just do whatever you want. Hollow Knight, yeah, we're gonna actually do Hollow Knight on Wednesday. I've been saying since like 2 months that I'm gonna do Hollow Knight on Wednesday, and then I don't. I don't know why I have this weird thing where, like, starting a new game, starting to stream a new game, it like scares me. So I procrastinate on it. It was the same with One Shot. It took me so long to actually start playing it. But we're doing it. We're gonna actually do it on Wednesday, okay? I don't have any way to, I don't have any excuse to not do it this time. Is there a Chip cinematic universe? Kind of, yeah. I like to think that all of the different iterations, like all the different art styles and ways I've depicted Chip in my videos, I like to think that they're all like alternate universes. Like they're all canon, but they're just alternate universe versions of him. Content creators shouldn't have free will, it's disrespectful to the viewers. Yeah, exactly. Yo, something I've been thinking a lot about lately is it's so frustrating how people hold like independent artists and creators, game developers and stuff, they hold them to the same standard, or honestly, in some cases even worse, than huge companies like frickin' like Disney and stuff. True. Thank you for the dodo, Victor, I really appreciate it. Potatoes. Oh, potatoes, because potato chips. Oh, thank you very much for the explanation. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna evolve into a chip, to a potato chip. Oh, and now I de-evolved. Since I'm new to the channel, have questions, I'll probably ask them. That's no problem at all. Feel free to ask me anything. If it's like too personal, I'll just not answer it. But also, be aware I am kind of bad at multitasking, so I do miss a lot of chat messages sometimes. I apologize in advance for that. Please be patient. I am not a doctor. But, really quick, I'm gonna go take a quick break and grab a drink and stuff. We played Deltarune. I've played it like a little bit and I got stuck and I haven't been back to it since. But I've kind of been thinking about streaming the whole Deltarune series at some point. But yeah, I'll resume that conversation in a couple of minutes. I will be right back. Ah. Okay. morning. Is my music paused? Oh, okay. Anyway, welcome back. Chip jump scare. Was that scary? Was that terrifying? This is even more terrifying, being anthropomorphic. Horrifying. Welcome back. Thank you very much. Guess what I got? I got cola. I love me some cola. I arrive. Yo, is that Convexity? Yo! Ah, right on time. I just got back from my break. Oh. My cola's a little bit flat. What's the flip? Africola? I do like Africola. But this is Coca-Cola. Because they do a caffeine-free version. Love how deep your voice got. Thank you very much. Me too, haha. Did you see the funny I sent you? Yeah, I think I did. I kind of forgot what it was. Can you refresh my memory? What part of England are you from? Do you want to guess? Nobody spoil it. Feel free to take a guess. Convexity's music is fire. I agree. Very true. Stratford upon Avon in it. Chip is a bing bong. You know what? I usually check my emails in the morning. And I'm always really tired. So I opened it. And I was like squinting at it like this. Like what am I looking at? That was me. When I opened that email. Thank you very much for that, I appreciate it. So my geography is not very good, but so far I'd say Leeds was the closest one. Definitely not London or Cornwall. Sorry. Part of England where it rains almost 24/7 for sure. Is there any part of England where it doesn't rain 24/7? Leeds 2, which is right next to the original. Yeah, you got it. Not a corn-maxing wall cell? What does that even mean? I'm scared. Reeds? Meads? Heeds? No, it's I'm from Zeeds. Yeah, it's like it's a new city. New city just dropped. I think when you move to Germany you have a unique voice. Yeah, I think I still have a little bit of an accent from the area I'm from, but it's definitely gotten weaker over the years. Partially, probably because of not being surrounded by people from that area anymore. But I also think what had a big influence on it is because of doing YouTube. Yo, thank you for the frickin' 3-month resub, Yadaboma alive, yo. Alive? No way. Hello, it was nice coming to see you at EF, you had a cool vibe? No way, I really appreciate that, thank you so much. literally every single person who came to say hi to me at EF was incredibly sweet and nice, so thank you very much for that. Manchester's very close, yeah. You're getting closer. Yeah, so I think YouTube has had a lot of influence on my accent. Because I would listen to the audio I recorded, and I would be like, why did I say that word like that? That sounds really stupid. And I would re-record it. So, you know, because of that, my accent has changed even more. Sheffield is also pretty close. Another Twitch streamer who's from England where they speak to Americans more. They speak more American. Yeah, it's kind of interesting because I feel like not everybody does that. But I am one of those people who tends to adapt to like how the people around me are talking. I suppose my streams and videos are like the most authentic way you could hear me speak. But yeah, if I'm in like a Discord call or something with people, I tend to subconsciously adapt to how they talk, like the slang words they use, or like people's accents and stuff. Doncaster, I think that's pretty close as well. How far away is Doncaster? Ah! Almost broke my phone in half right there, that was cool. Nottingham, that's like further away again. You're getting cold again. Are you a furry? Not that it matters. Yeah, the thumbnail of my last video was a joke. I am a massive furry. And I will never escape it. Not that I necessarily want to. York, you're getting further away again. Manchester and Sheffield were the closest so far. Doncaster, I need to look up where that is. No, Doncaster's getting further away. You gotta go in the opposite direction from Sheffield. Think that's normal? I mean, I don't know, I feel a little weird about it. I feel like I do the adapting to how people talk thing, like, more than I should. Probably because of my, big ol' social anxiety that's like, oh, you need to fit in. I'm sure, like, most people do it at least to a certain degree, but I do feel like I do it a bit too much. Yeah, a Korean got it. I am from the wonderful city known as Stoke-on-Trent. Also, welcome in. It is a, it is definitely a city. And so I I find it really funny when Germans complain about cities like Krefeld, for example. I feel like everybody shits on Krefeld, and I think it's a pretty okay city. It's like not the kind of city that I would like recommend visitors to Germany should like go to, definitely. But like if you are from Germany and you live sort of close, I think it's a fine place to go to like shop or whatever. Because I'm from Stoke-on-Trent, right? So to me, like, I have pretty low standards. Code switching is a pretty common human thing to do, it's just altering your manners of speech depending on the social context. Yeah, you know what I just, like, have to think about every time? So like, wait, so like, let's say person A is yapping, and person B is, like, comes over, and person B is, like, adapting to how person A talks. But, like, who's person A adapting from if there's nobody else there, right? Like, someone has to, like, start. Somebody has to be the one that starts, so that everyone else can adapt to them. So to me, it makes sense that there are people who do the adaption thing a lot less than other people. Right? Stoke's not bad, I'm from Essex. I've never been to Essex, so I cannot confirm. I do think that Stoke is not the worst place in the world. I just very much never want to go back there. Random question, what's your thoughts on Oxfordshire, the county I'm from? I don't think I've ever been. I need to check Google Maps again, because I'm really bad at geography. I'm looking up Oxfordshire and I'm gonna see if there's anywhere I've been in there. Nope, I've never been to Oxfordshire, I'm sorry. I don't believe I can give a proper judgment of it. I'm from the south specifically, the part doesn't have any interesting weather. What do we consider interesting weather here? Moin, hello Warlord, how's it going? What about Wales? Wales frickin' slaps, I love Wales. Insert a joke about the animal here. I used to go quite a lot with family, but you know, things happened. And I would like to go there again, like, as an adult. Because as a kid, we always went to the same place. Because I wasn't from the wealthiest family. My mum's workplace had like its own caravan that the employees could like borrow, I guess. Not like, see, it's really weird. So this is like a whole thing in the UK. Caravans that don't move. Like it's called a caravan park. There's just a bunch of caravans, but they just stay there permanently. They don't move, which is like kind of defeats the purpose of a caravan. But that's the whole thing in the UK. So yeah, my mum's workplace had one of these. So we literally always went to that one place, because that's like, you know, my family couldn't really afford like a hotel or anything like that somewhere else. So I would like to go to Wales again as an adult, where I can like make my own decisions of where I go and stuff. I did go during the road trip last year, but we were just in Cardiff, and Cardiff is very not Welsh, I guess. There's definitely nicer places to go within Wales than Cardiff. Not that Cardiff is bad. It's just like Wales is a whole different country. But Cardiff still feels quite like English, I guess. Because it's so close to the border. And very touristy. Went to Wales once, but it was in a caravan park targeted towards elderly people, so I didn't get to see much of the country. That sounds like very similar to my experience. I have really weird caravan park memories. There was like the last time I went there, we got into the caravan. We got to the caravan, like unloaded our stuff and everything, and it was like, okay, Mom, what shall we do now? And Mom was like, I'm kind of tired. Let's just do stuff tomorrow. And I was like, okay. Tomorrow happens. It's like getting later and later in the day, and me and my brother are like, yo, so like, what are we like doing something today? And yeah, basically my mom was like too depressed to do anything, so we just went to like, there was like this playground on the caravan park. Like I went there and like was sad. I don't know what my brother was doing. But yeah, that's what holidays were like for me as a kid. Yeah. That's why I try to appreciate being an adult. Like, I don't have, like... I still don't have the most money in the world. I can't really afford to do everything that I would like to do, but... I try not to take for granted that I can just be like, okay, I'm gonna go to, like... the Netherlands or something for, like, a few days and go to the beach or something. Trailer parks are a big thing in the US. Oh, is that like the same thing? Those people are called Dauercamper. Is that a thing in Germany as well? Freaking caravans that don't move. It always gives me such like English vibes, because I've told my German partner about this concept, and they were like, "What? What do you mean caravans that don't move?" Caravan without the car, call that an Avan. They should. Maybe biased, but South Wales is much better. I think South Wales was where I went. I went on a holiday in Wales with my dad once, and we went to a really nice place. My dad was like the one in the family who had like the better job and the more disposable income. So going on trips with him was always like, whoa, so this is what holidays are like, or are usually like. With my mum, we just go to the same frickin' place every year and do the exact same things we do every year. I wish I could remember what the area was called that we went to, but you know, when you're a kid, when you're like 6, 7 years old, you don't really pay attention to that stuff. You're just like, yeah, we went to Wales. I got a cough, but I can't. Wait, I need some mute. Okay, I'm good. How often does your family visit? My family doesn't visit me at all. Because the only family I still have contact with is my brother, who has a child now. And apparently having a child means you can't travel very much anymore. Yet another reason to not have one. And my grandparents, who are in their mid-80s. And my grandparents, they didn't even like flying or like traveling in general when they were young. So now they're like in their 80s, like they really don't like to travel. I don't apologize, it's a normal question, don't worry about it. No worries. As a kid, my family always went to campgrounds, which both had camping and caravan places. Okay, I see. Some of those caravan places were certainly static. Okay. I guess it's just something my partner specifically is not not familiar with then. I mean, they kind of had a similar childhood to me, not going on many holidays and stuff. It's really funny when we hang out with Tim, the guy who makes music for my videos sometimes. He's from the Netherlands. And he had like the total opposite childhood to us, like went on so many family holidays and stuff. It's like a complete contrast. Does this character look like how they do in the game, or am I taking too much autistic liberty? I don't know, I never played the Hollow Knights. Hello, Amber Spark, welcome in. That was life. Well done for having the courage to move to a different country for a relationship. Thank you, I appreciate it. I don't want to like undermine the compliment, I genuinely appreciate it. But I guess it just doesn't like... It doesn't feel like an achievement to me, I guess. Because like to me, I don't know, I was kind of like... I just really didn't enjoy life in the UK. So it wasn't like a scary decision for me because of that. Do be looking hollow? That's good. Looks hollow and looks knightly. Okay, okay. I feel like I learn stuff every time I get here. Yeah, I love the fun facts. I was so surprised when you told me it was your first furrycon. Yeah. That like section at the end where I'm like, I gotta be real with you real quick. I don't know. Cause like I've had like friends be like, yo, I recommend this convention, it's really cool, you should go someday. I'm always like, yeah, and I'm like, but expensive. So I just never went to a furry convention. How is your fear of bug corpses? It's still there. I still have it. I realized also it doesn't necessarily have to be, like, actually a bug. It just has to be, like, some kind of creature. Has, like, really thin legs that, like, curl up when it dies. That freaks me out. I can't think of a good example right now, otherwise I would be able to explain it better, but... I've definitely had that situation before when I've seen a creature that isn't a bug and it was dead, and I got freaked out. And my body give me the fight or flight response. Never been to a furry convention either. There's literally an annual one in my city. Yeah, like I said in my video, like, I've never been to Dokumi, and that's a convention that's like 20 minutes away from me. To be fair, I didn't know that it was a thing until like 2 years ago. But yeah, it's kind of hard to like, I don't know, like it feels like a big step to go to a convention. I don't know why. It's supposed to just be like a fun thing that you try out and like have fun and look around and stuff, but it just feels overwhelming, scary. I don't know why. So spiders, yeah. Definitely spiders. But I saw something. I saw a creature that wasn't a bug or an arachnid like a month ago or something, and I was like, huh, interesting that triggers my weird phobia. But I forgot what it was. I was like in my head, I was like, I gotta remember this because this is really interesting, and now I forgot it. Maybe it's your social anxiety. It's probably a mix of that and just like I noticed I have like this really strong fear of regret. And I guess it sounds weird, the idea that you would regret going to a convention. Yeah, let me just look on the reference how the spear is drawn. Oh, is there only like one little crack in it, actually? This artwork has 2 little cracks. I thought they were like ridges, but they're little cracks, actually. Okay. Good thing I checked that. It feels weird to say that you would ever, like, regret going to a convention, I guess? Or like some kind of event like that's supposed to be there for fun. But I guess if I were to think about it a little harder, I guess I'm worried about the idea of like something going wrong and then being like, I should have never gone. That's like a big fear of mine that affects my daily life. Didn't you go to VidCon at some point? I did. I went to VidCon London. The convention that only ran for 2 years, then COVID happened, and then they never brought the convention back. Ah. I haven't gone to a furrycon yet either. I often get FOMO from everyone incessantly talking about them on the feed. Yeah. Same. Because, like, I've been to one now, but it's not like I, like, enjoyed it. I mean, I enjoyed it, but in a different way than you would enjoy a convention. There were some really cool, like, meetups happening, but I just didn't have the energy to go to them. And, like, the way... Like, I talked a little bit about, the guy from Part-Time Dragons earlier. They're also like a convention artists. They make comics and shirts and stickers and stuff like that. And he was like telling me about like, oh yeah, so like I've been like talking to so many other artists and dealers and stuff, and like going to like meetups and stuff, and I was like, bro, like how do you have the energy for this? I am so jealous. I wish that were me. I don't know, like how everyone was just like I would, you couldn't avoid it. You had to like leave the convention and like go to the parking garage, and you just walk past all of these people partying and having fun every single day. I've never felt such strong FOMO in my life, like, bro. It's a marshmallow with limbs. Not weird to feel like you could regret something, especially when it's expensive. I just feel like my regret is like so strong that it prevents me from having experiences and doing things that I would like to do in my life, you know? Like my fear of regret was so strong. So strong for Eurofurns and even like Dokumi and stuff. And I'm like, imagine if I didn't end up doing that, I would be in a pretty bad financial situation right now, let's just say. About the regret of not going? I guess it's not as strong as the fear of regret of going. But yeah, I feel like I'm kind of like constantly in a state of feeling uncomfortable, either because I am afraid of failure, or because I am regretting that I didn't do the thing that I didn't do because I was afraid of failure. Thank you for the head pat. It's also really annoying when you try to get to therapy for these kinds of things and you'll have to wait literal months for your appointments. Very nice. It's like I got like I got a really annoying comment on my last video. Somebody like timestamped the part at the end where I was like, I gotta be real with you guys, but I feel like I can't go to these events without it being for work, and I feel like I can't really like enjoy things. I'm not allowed to enjoy things. Somebody timestamped that part and was like, you know, maybe you shouldn't save this as a discussion for another video. Maybe you should see a licensed therapist about this. And it's like, thanks for the tip, bro. It's almost as if I literally am. And also, I can... things can be true at the same time. I can see a licensed therapist about this and also make videos about it. Like, who says that I'm making videos about it instead of going to therapy? Like, bro. And I don't know, like, this whole concept of not being able to talk about personal things like this in YouTube videos and stuff, I don't get it. Because, I don't know, I feel like it's pretty... I feel like it's pretty important to be human. I know that's ironic, considering I'm literally a talking skunk right now. Yeah, but I feel like it's pretty important to be human and talk about your human experiences and stuff. Even if you're, you know, a YouTuber or a live streamer or whatever. Because I just have to think about all those times when I was younger and I didn't have access to therapy. And I would hear, like, creators I watch talk about problems they have that are very relatable to me, and how that makes you feel so much more like seen. Easy for people to say go to therapy and not understand the whole annoying process behind it. That is another thing. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know what? You're right. Let me just book an appointment tomorrow. Like, no, that's not how it works. Chipflake Protogen? Yeah. I have a proto-sona who will eventually get a VTuber model like this. My chair is, like, spinning without me doing anything about it. Why? Meowdy, meowdy! Also, I've gone fully furry? No way. You're lucky I got a hot furry girlfriend on Bark from it? No way. You're welcome, question mark. Hi, how are you? I'm pretty okay, thank you very much for asking. I think I say this a lot, but I'm really enjoying streaming right now. I've been able to yap for the past 2 hours, and it's been really fun. That one noodle video, just buy a new one? That sounds like vaguely familiar to me, but I'm not sure I know it. Took me about 20 years to find a good doctor. Oh. Yeah, I think, like, I actually talked about it on stream, didn't I? I was talking about, like, oh yeah, so I'm gonna go see my doctor to ask if I can get a referral to a therapist and stuff, and I'm kind of scared. When was that? In, like, June? Maybe even May? It was a long time ago. And I'm still in, like, the, I don't know how many other countries do that, but in Germany, you usually have, Vorbesitzungen, which is, like, trial appointments. Usually about 5 of them. You know, to kind of, like, get to know the therapist gets to know you, and then they decide, like, yeah, so I can help you with this, and then you decide, like, I don't know, I don't feel that comfortable with this person, I'd like to search for somebody else, kind of thing. I'm still in that stage with my current therapist, because it takes so long. Bark is certainly one of the platforms ever. I feel like if I wasn't a YouTuber, I would be, like, chronically on Bark or, like, other platforms like that. But, you know, I obviously have what I feel is a very valid fear of meeting somebody who knows that I'm Chipflake and is like, yo, you live at, posts my entire address on the internet, you know? So, that is one downside of being a visible online content creator. You can't really use those apps to, like, meet people who live in meet people with very specific interests who live in your area. Yeah, doing this and having social anxiety is really really cool. Had fun speaking to you. I'll try to watch more of your streams. Cool. Thank you very much for stopping by. I may see you tomorrow because I I might stream tomorrow. I don't know. I didn't decide yet. What happened to the chip persona? I killed him. He's dead. Yeah. Actually, I killed him and then I like took his flesh and bones and like ground them up and turned them into a soup. It's pretty... I mean, it didn't taste that good, to be honest. It was a little bit disappointing. Yapping is my favorite part. Yeah, I like this format. I can yap. I can ask you stuff. You can answer it if you feel like it. There's no pressure to actually answer it. And you can just leave if you don't find the conversation interesting. It's like, it's perfect. It's the perfect way to yap if you have social anxiety and you worry about what people think of you all the time. Howdy, welcome in. Should have turned it into a chocolate chip cookie, not a soup. I don't know. I was like looking at I was looking at Chip and I was like, you know, it looks like soup, you know? Looks very soupy. Just a practical question: when searching for a therapist, how do you handle a language barrier? I couldn't express myself the same way in any of my foreign languages. I basically don't handle it. It's hard. It makes it a lot harder for me, the language barrier. Especially because I go to my appointments and then my brain just like blanks. And I don't even know like what I would say if I would say it in English. Yeah, the language stuff is hard. It helps a lot that a lot of the first sessions are you go home and you like fill out a questionnaire that helps with like specific questions that helps the therapist figure out like who you are and like what you need help with. And like with those, like, you know, you can just take your time with it. You can use the translator to help you with certain words or phrases and stuff, so that helps a lot. But yeah, I do feel like I'm not getting anywhere or like not getting as much progress as I would if I would be able to speak in my mother language. But yeah, it's either that or I don't know, I try to find someone in like Dusseldorf or something and I have to drive really far or whatever. And I don't know, but I feel like a huge problem that I have in my day-to-day life is that I have a really bad habit, a really bad avoidance habit, that I just avoid things that make me like slightly uncomfortable, or I just like slightly don't want to do that thing, I avoid it. Or like it's something that seems difficult, I avoid it. So I feel like I shouldn't avoid speaking German because I feel like I can't like express myself as well in German, you know what I mean? I think it's a good thing for me to do my therapy in German. Ah. How about German videos with English subtitles? I do that actually. I have a German channel and all of the videos on there are subtitled in English. Auf Englisch. Ja. Yo, Resub. Vielen Dank, LB. Es freut mich. Die Prime Resub. Vielen Dank. Vielen Dank. Was tue ich gerade? Ich muss Farbe und so. Ja. Ja, also ich habe einen deutschen Kanal. Ja, deutschen. Ich habe einen deutschen Kanal. Ja, und die ist der SRSS, der Kanal. Der Kanal ist leer. Yeah, so I do have a German channel. It's just very empty right now. Because yeah, my thing is I have so many different projects that I am working on or I want to work on. And I don't have the time for all of them. So things tend to get deprioritized. Certain things tend to get deprioritized. And that usually happens to my German channel because I really hate that that has such an influence on the stuff that I'm doing. I'll just finish my thought really quick, but thank you so much already. I hate that that has such an influence on what I do with my free time, but because I don't earn money on my German channel yet, that's why it tends to get deprioritized compared to, you know, my main channel, live streams and stuff like that. So I've kind of been like waiting. It's frustrating because I want to get to that point where I can like earn a little bit of money from my German channel, because the nice thing about that channel and the kind of content that I'm planning to make on it is that it's stuff that doesn't involve as much drawing. So it's like, you know me, my anxiety and stuff, I am absolutely terrified of like waking up one day and I have like carpal tunnel. Because I draw a lot, and as I get older, I'm feeling like I should probably not draw too much anymore. So it would be really cool if I would, you know, have a source of income. Not to be really like corporate speak with you, but it would be really cool if I had a way to earn money that didn't involve using my wrists, because basically everything I do involves using my wrists. And I probably need to keep that in check. Anyway, Albi, I don't remember if you can understand German. I don't think so, right? While I got turned into German, I thanked you for the resub. I really appreciate it. Congrats on 12 months. That's crazy. And thank you for the resub as well, Sketchy Jack. Frickin' 31 months. TBH, I don't know if it's concerning that I've been a member for this long, but it really feels nice to be supporting one of my favorite creators. That's really nice of you. I really appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much. Incredibly sweet of you. Thank you for the resub as well, Rafifi, sorry. Raw? What? No way. Crazy. It's good to have a couple days off from drawing. Yes. So, like, I'm saying all this stuff about, like, how I want to draw less, but at the same time, like, I don't know if I could mentally actually do that. I think even if I wouldn't have to draw in order to earn money to survive, I would probably still draw just as much as I do right now. I'm a little bit addicted to it, I gotta say. I can't just not draw. I just love doing it so much. Not sure if I should be concerned, but sometimes my wrists hurt after playing video games. Same, honestly. Though it's not been as bad as it used to. I always got wrist pain from playing the Switch undocked. And
Cheer 500 easy a hype train. So excuse me weil is rosam bittis at one of my favorites gangs Steven 192 pp.
Thank you, dude. Did you hear that? Bitties? That was so cute. What the heck? Thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate it. The hype train go choo-choo. Let's go. Thank you very much. I love it. Yeah. Changing Chip's text-to-speech voice to German was the best idea I ever had. I do kind of miss the male version of the voice we had. I think that one was a little bit better. But it stopped working, so I don't know. The bot I use for it got some updates recently, so I'll look into it after stream and see if I can get the old one back, or like maybe a better one in general, but you know, it's better than nothing. 2 of them? Yes. 2 of them. Protogen persona when? I do have a Protogen persona. His name is Radio, and he's pansexual colors. I don't really identify that much with being pansexual, even though I technically am. I just really like that color scheme. Thank you for the beats. Thank you for the beaties. Felix, appreciate it. Getting on the hype train, yo. Where's it going? Nobody knows. Unwrap, yeah. Like it's like I technically am pansexual because I don't know, gender doesn't really matter that much to me when it comes to partners. But I just identify a lot more with bisexuality because I've like considered myself bi since I was like 16, which is over 10 years now. So yeah, that sounds awesome, Jose. I'm genuinely happy for you. I actually found I feel like I've heard a lot of negative stories about Bark, so it's actually cool to hear about somebody who had a positive experience. Yeah, I don't know about purple eyes. Bro technically has purple eyes. Honestly, pan flag is better than the bi flag. I like them both a lot. I do lean more towards the bi one. I really like the like darker colors. But I do like the pan colors a lot as well. I mean, you know, I took them as inspiration for my Protogen Sona. That's how much I like them. Can I ask what pansexuality is? Okay, so like here's the thing with it. Pansexual and bisexual are technically the same. I guess you would consider pansexual as a bit more like specific, like so like, okay, I'm gonna like teach you a bit of LGBT history. So there is unfortunately people who, even though they identify as bisexual, they are transphobic. Like they don't date trans people because they're trans, and they're like, yeah, just transphobic in general. I know, doesn't make sense. How can you be bi and not like trans people? I don't understand that either. But because of this, that's where the term pansexual came from, because people wanted a way to like explicitly state like, I date all genders. That includes trans people and that includes non-binary people. So it's kind of just like a more open way of saying that you're an inclusive bi person, I guess. That doesn't mean that bisexuals don't date trans people or non-binary people. It's just like, you know, the term was born from that, like, the fact that some bisexual people are freaking transphobic for some reason. So, yeah. Nowadays, if you say you're bi, you know, most people don't assume that you don't, that trans people aren't included in that. So nowadays, pansexual people use it more as like a more specific term. To like specifically say, for example, see the thing is it depends on the person who's using the term. But you know, a very common definition of it is that you like gender isn't like even a thing that you even think about when it comes to dating people. Whereas some bisexuals, for example, identify as bisexual because they might, for example, be slightly more attracted to men than women, or something like that. Whereas like a pansexual person might say, you know, I don't even like look at gender at all as a factor. So yeah, technically the same. But depending on the person, and this applies to many LGBT terms, depending on the person, there is a difference between them, and that difference is like important to some people. I hope that makes sense. Can understand not wanting to date a trans person, but being transphobic over it is kind of stinky doo-doo part. So yeah, like I don't want to like open a whole can of worms here, but I don't understand not wanting to date a trans person. It's just like, it's just transphobia. You know why? It's because you're taking like the term, you're taking trans person and you're like putting them in a separate box from men and women. What's trans men are men and trans women are women, so you know. Thank you for the save reminder, by the way. Very useful. Mm-mm-mm-mm. 50% sure I've asked this before, but you made your own skunk VTuber, right? I did. I did indeed. Friendly fire and LGBT is scary. Yeah, it makes no sense, does it? Like the concept of being bi and transphobic just blows my mind. I do not get it. Okay, I am gonna go and take a quick break. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Whilst I'm gone, don't forget that... no! Bad cat! Aww. Chip, no! Hi, I am indeed returned. So, how are you? How goes it? Okay, it's kinda cool. I think I'll actually finish this thumbnail before the end of stream. Very nice. I think I've actually kinda gotten better at streaming while I work. I do think the body needs to be a bit darker though. Like basically completely black on the official art. Yo, Aussie kitten, welcome in. How you doing? How's your life been lately? Mine has been chaotic. Hi Chipflake, hello. Get welcomed in. Cleaning room, watching you elves. Nice. Glad I can help with the very mundane but necessary task of cleaning your room. You just reminded me that I gotta clean up as well. Disgusting. Doing well, trying to fix my sleep schedule. Oh, what time is it for you actually? Isn't it like... Oh, I'm not actually sure which area of the US you live in. So like... Is it like 8 in the morning right now? Take a guess. Wow, 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 wow. Yo, I should do the background as well. But now, let me just finish filling this part in. Which is like this kind of color? I guess so. It's kind of hard to tell because there's always such extreme lighting on the official art. 10 AM? Okay, I wasn't too far off. 10 AM is usually when I get up. Not wake up. I usually wake up at like... I usually wake up at 9. And then I actually get up at 10. What if you don't want to date someone if they have the same downstairs equipment as you, even if they identify as female? Is that transphobia? See, the thing is... It's, that, like, preference, that can apply to, technically apply to cis women as well. Not like that they have a penis or anything, but, you know, if it's very important to you that your partner's genitals look a certain way, that could apply to any gender, if that makes sense. So, you know, it's, you know, a better way to say it is that, not all trans women have that. So it's okay to say like, yo, so I have like a genital preference. But if you say like, I don't date trans women because of that genital preference, you know, you're just assuming that every trans woman looks the same down there, you know. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm not that good at like improvising questions. Thank you so much for the resub though, Mr. Meow. I really appreciate it. Feel free to ask me anything else if I didn't explain that very well. Wowzers, finally managed to catch stream of yours. How are you doing today? Also with 20 months as well. Last time it was like 10 months. Yeah, same dude. I said this earlier, but like, how is it almost October already? It's scary. Makes sense. Also, people forget that intersex people exist and can have different parts. Yeah. You know what I noticed? A lot of people, like, they think... Like, it's like, they think of, like, a trans woman, and they think, like... The trans woman wants to top them, if you know what I mean. I think a lot of people don't realize that a lot of trans women, like, they want to... Not all of them, of course. I mean, that applies to cis women as well, but a lot of them still want, like, a feminine role in the bedroom, you know? And a lot of them... They don't even want you to, like, interact with their genitals at all. If that makes sense. I don't know, like, how deep I could get into the wording, because I don't know what is within the terms of service or whatever. It's a bit frustrating, because I want to have, like, an adult conversation about this, but not make Twitch or YouTube think that I'm, like, 18 plus or something. Like, wording is key here. Exactly, yeah. Because it's like you have to, like, imagine yourself, like, you, I don't know, let's say you meet a woman and you're like, wow, she's amazing, she's really pretty and stuff, and, like, I'd really like to date her. And then she's like, yeah, I'm like, really interested in you too and stuff. But I don't really want to do anything in the bedroom because, like, I have, like, this condition or whatever, or I don't really like sex, or, like, I had an accident or something that means, like, stuff doesn't work the way that it does for most people. Like, would that be a deal breaker for you? And if it would, if genitals are that important to you, that's fine. All I'm saying is that it doesn't apply, like, only to trans people. Like, there's no reason you would not date a trans person that doesn't also apply to cis people, other than transphobia, if that makes sense. Thank you for the bits, Felix. Things are getting steamy in this stream. Yes, my very clinically worded learning conversation is getting steamy. I'm just Chipflake, no way. The flip? I don't believe you. Annoys me when people make a big deal about not being with a trans person. Yeah, same. It's like, I don't know, it's okay if you, like, I don't know, have a genital preference, or you, like, you want kids or something, but, like, just say that instead of lumping all trans people under an umbrella, you know. If you don't want to be transphobic, that is. Some people are very openly transphobic. I'm a huge fan, really? Oh my gosh. Well, welcome in. Apologies that we're having a bit of a weird conversation right now. I mean, it's not weird. It's just unconventional for my streams, I guess. I'm usually talking about motivation or yapping about myself. Thank you for the stretch reminder. Whoop. Whoop. How's your silly life going? It's going. How's life going? A lot of people asking me how my life is going right now. Yeah, it's a bit less chaotic than it was earlier this month. So that's pretty nice. I'm glad that I'm actually getting the time to work on this piece. So I hate it when I'm so busy that I have to deprioritize streams, because I freaking love streaming. Which direction is the going? Forward. I'm gonna add the little glowy things like in the official art. Yeah, that looks cute. Mine ain't going anywhere, is that bad? I mean, as long as it ain't going down, I guess. Did you have fun at the con you recently went to? Yeah. Met a lot of really nice people. I just, like, I don't know. I was working the whole time, so the amount of fun I could have was pretty limited. And I felt some pretty strong FOMO. Everyone who was, like, just enjoying the con. But yeah, in general, it was a really cool experience. I'm really glad I did it. I'm definitely gonna apply again next year. Yeah, let's use, like, a color from the background for the shading, like this. And then I'm gonna, like, sort of take inspiration from the official art. So let's take a... I can just take my sketching brush, actually. No, yeah, how about this one? And then I reduce the opacity a bit. Yeah. Feel like we didn't get much done at the convention we were at, just kind of chilled and experienced the space. Wait, were you vending there, or were you just visiting, like, as regular visitors? My goal is to go to every furry con in the US. Oh, bro, aren't there like a million of them? Literally a million. There's so many in the US, though. I'd really like to go to one as well. At least one in my lifetime. I probably will. Just the current, like, situation with traveling to the US is a little bit scary. Just attending, that would be nice to vend at some point. Yeah, you guys should definitely try it out at least once. Do you have a fursuit head? I do, actually. I made it myself, and it doesn't look very good. I worried a little bit at your reference before I realized that you weren't actually allowed to wear fursuits in the dealer's den. But I didn't know that, and nobody told me not to, so I guess it was fine, because I was a dealer, maybe? It was fun because we got to debut Cheddar's fursuit. Oh hell yeah. I hope I can meet him in real life as well one day. You did a freaking amazing job on the suit, on Cheddar's suit. Looks so cool. Yeah, the thing with the US situation though is like, how long would I have to wait until it's better? Like, until the next election, which is in 2028? The US situation is crazy. It is. Yeah, I don't know. I am leaning more towards not, especially because of my my aforementioned fear of regret / things going wrong. Oh yeah, I do. It doesn't quell the FOMO when I see people posting pictures of Anthrocon and MFF and stuff like that. It's also really frustrating because I've been wanting to go to MFF specifically for a while now. Every few years, my US friend was like, yo, so like, we're doing MFF? And I'd always be like, honestly, too scared to do it. Because I don't know, like I was talking about this like an hour ago or something, but it just feels like so much of a commitment, I guess. That like the idea of it triggers my anxiety and it freaks me out and I get scared. And now I'm like really regretting that I didn't just do it. Because now it's like, it's even harder to visit the US now. Yeah. This is what I mean, like, you know, fear of failure / regret is very normal, but when it affects your life to the point where you're like consistently not making decisions and getting experiences that you want to do, then, you know, we should do the thing that really helpful commenter told me to do, which is to visit a licensed therapist, which I had definitely never considered before until I read that YouTube comment. Yeah, that's it guys, I'm never talking about anything personal on YouTube ever again. Only gonna talk about it with my therapist. Even though the therapist literally told me that making art about your struggles is helpful to those struggles. That one YouTube commenter knows better, right? Yo, thank you for the bits. Woohoo, official. Oh, sorry. Hey Chip, just wanted to say thank you for indirectly turning me into a furry. I've been watching your videos since 2017. 2017? Really? Because that's like the actual beginning. Like, it's not that I don't believe you, but I do get a little skeptical when people say that, because I really didn't have many viewers back in 2017, so you would have to be very a very big OG. Not saying that you're not though. Just I don't know. I'm curious. Thank you very much either way though. I appreciate it. So large con, but I feel like if we go with a solid friend group, it'll be worth it. Yeah, maybe one day. I mean, I need to go to US FurryCon at least once in my life. That's like on my bucket list. My worst injuries was my first video from you. Okay, that was 2018, I believe. Not to be like I feel bad. I feel like I'm being actually. You're like trying to compliment me and I'm like actually. Because the way I always remember it is my Google video. That was like the one that blew up. Because I literally I posted my very first video in 2017, January 2017, and then pretty much exactly a year later, my Google video blew up, which was in 2018. Yeah, then I made the injuries one like a couple months later. Yeah, sorry again, I don't mean to actually you. I'm sorry. What are your difference? Yeah. For all I know, that could have just been a typo. I'm sorry. Get better here eventually, probably. I have hope that it will. I do. I don't know if I'm just being overly optimistic, but I do think it will get better. The situation in the US. We just gotta stick together. And vote. Please vote. Discovered you from the Sir Pello video? Really? That is very interesting. I didn't think anybody would have actually checked out my channel and actually enjoyed my content from that video, because Sir Pello is a very different style of content to the at least the type of videos I was making back then. That was very interesting. 5 Things I Love About Germany was the first video I watched from you. 2019, that sounds about right. I think that was 2019. Yeah, I want to make more videos about Germany. I guess I just don't know like what exactly. I don't know. Is there anything you've like wondered about relating to like how I live in Germany that would make an interesting video that you would like to see? Didn't know you were in the video. Yeah, I'm like in like a tree and then I fall down and land on Sugar's face. That was my cameo in the Sir Pello Storytime Animators video. It was very surreal to see that, I gotta say. Remember one time I was watching a bunch of Baldi Basics mod videos and I saw Chip in one of them. Yeah, I'm really curious how many, if any, how many people found me through that Baldi's Basics thing. Because I get a lot of comments from people talking about it, but I don't know if I don't know if they knew me before that. Like, they probably knew me before that. The way they write the comments, it doesn't give me the impression that they found me through that mod. So Vinny play Baldi's Basics mod with chip in it. Yeah. There's also another Vine source clip with me indirectly in it. Flashbacks. Yeah, it's funny. People don't talk about it's weird. People don't talk about the Baldi's Basics thing in my streams as much anymore, but I still get a bunch of comments about it. Yeah, that used to be like a daily thing on my streams. Somebody being like, "Did you know that you're in the Roldies thing?" But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, there's like this weird other Vine source clip that I'm in indirectly. That for the life of me, I can't find it anymore. I think it's Vine source Joel. It's either Joel or Vinny, one of those guys. And he's like watching like videos that chat sends to him. And there's like this one animation. This was literally years ago when I watched this, so I don't remember exactly, but I literally don't remember anything else about this animation. I just know it was like an animation and there's like a box that says Chipflake on it. It's like Chipflake's things or like something like that. It's written on this box, and then the Vine source guy is like reading it out. Trust me though, it exists. I can't find it. I just can't find it anymore, no matter how hard I try. Feels weird to say Vine source Joel. Why? What's weird about that? I'm not gonna lie. I do mix up Vinny and Joel a lot. I don't know why. They are two completely different people. But I just mix up their names all the time. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Don't think I've come across that clip yet. I don't like it. As far as I remember, nothing really like that special happens in the clip. I think somebody just flipped it and uploaded it to YouTube specifically to show me. So that's probably why I can't find it anymore. It's just, like, nothing really special happened. There's just the guy reading my name out. And having no idea what a Chipflake is. I mean, for all I know, I could have just imagined that this video exists and it doesn't actually exist. I don't know. I honestly don't know anymore. You from before, it's been years. I think you popped up in my recommendations when I watched a bunch of storytime animators. It's like funny how many people I'm like... I like have talked to who used to watch my videos like regularly. Found you around 2018 to 19. Also loved seeing you in the first Owner Adventure video with Sasha and Blue. Dude, that like video concept was so cool. It was really fun to be a part of as well. It's just every time I think about that video, I have to think about like how in the video, they like misgender me. And at the time, I wasn't going by she, her. But I was too scared to correct them, so... so the video will always be painted to me now, unfortunately. Other than that, it's really cool. It was really fun to be a part of, and it's a really cool concept. It's just I can't think of that video without thinking about that anymore. Sadly. I really hate the that whole like not just being able to be like, hey, by the way, I'm not a girl. I hate that used to be so hard for me. It's still hard for me. Like, I really don't mind being called she her anymore, but I really don't like being called they them. But I find it really hard to correct people on that. You know why? It's because people always act really weird about it. It's like, oh, by the way, I don't use they them, and they're like, oh, sorry, and then they like overly explain why they said they them, and it's like, okay, but just say like okay and don't do it anymore, please. You can like feel that the person is like treating you differently because of it, and I'm like, I should have just like shut up. So would you prefer to be called she her instead of they them? Honestly, yeah. It's very interesting that I have that like that it's like switched so much. I think it's honestly because I feel like, you know, nowadays nobody calls me she her unless they are either being transphobic, and in that case their opinion doesn't matter anyway, so it doesn't matter. Or because I either asked them to or like told them that it's okay. And I think like because of that, it's I feel like I can like have control over it. And I think that's why I don't mind it anymore. Whereas with they them, it feels like no matter how much I tell people that I'm not non-binary and I don't go by they them, people still call me that. For like reasons I can't control, and I think that's why it bothers me so much. Thank you for the dono, by the way, Jose. Appreciate it. I closed my YouTube tab for some reason, so I can't read it. In the meantime, thank you for the bits as well, Felix. One of the funniest things some transphobes say is, I don't use pronouns. Yeah. Okay, what did you say? Well, gotta start my day. Have a good day, my man. I really appreciate that, dude. Have a good day as well, Jose. Enjoy your work. I love they them in English and I hate it in the 3 other languages I speak. Really? That is interesting. Just call you it? I mean... That's like my favorite of all of them, so... Her boy situation is crazy. Yeah, I mean... It's all just words at the end of the day. And words are made up, and we all have a different connection with them. Like, I found you when your channel was strictly about the funny cat. You changed to the skug. I stuck around when you started talking about Germany and your experiences. The furthest I've ever been away from home, typically on vacation was Hawaii. By the way, I wish you the best of luck as a game dev. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you. I don't know how much light would be in his mouth, actually. Cool art. Thank you very much, Hollow Knight. That's crazy. The actual Hollow Knight is in my stream right now. Something that really bothers me about my art is I feel like I'm still not that good at, like, understanding where exactly the light should hit the character. Like, I've been practicing that a lot lately. I feel like I've gotten better at it, but I'm still not at the level I'd like to be. Like the actual Hollow Knight? Yeah, literal Hollow Knight is in YouTube chat right now. Random question, saw that you posted socks with the gender fluid bandana, so do you consider yourself more fluid? Basically, yeah. I consider myself gender fluid. But also not non-binary. Which I know is kind of confusing because gender fluid is technically within the non-binary umbrella. But have you considered that gender doesn't have to make sense? Oh my god, it's because cats are fluid. That makes so much sense. What's gender fluid? So like, the thing is with like LGBT stuff, I feel like it like really depends on the person. But like the general definition, I guess I would say is that your gender identity fluctuates and isn't like strictly, I don't know, strictly man or strictly woman, something like that. For me, it's like probably doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but again, who cares? I'm like, I'm a man. I'm a man, like all the time. But I guess I still I like have some kind of connection with being female in a way. And that's why I like consider myself gender fluid. Hollow Knight, your drawing looks holy. Hell yeah. Used to think I was gender fluid before I fully embraced being cheddar, my mask soda. Yeah, it's really interesting to me, like for me, that I also had a similar journey. Like I identified as gender fluid for a while as well, before I came out as a trans man. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm not gender fluid, I'm just a trans guy. Now that I've like been on HRT for 4 years, and in general have been enjoying living life as the gender that I am, I do feel like I can like explore my actual gender a bit more than before, if that makes sense. So now I'm like, oh yeah, so like I actually do I do kind of have a connection with being female, and I like she, her pronouns again. But I'm still a man, you know? Again, if it doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. Everyone experiences gender differently, and it doesn't have to make sense for you to respect it. think gender fluid was what I first came out as in 2020. These days I don't know anymore, but I like being heard by my friends. Yeah, that's another thing. You don't even need to take a label if you don't want to or you're not sure. Like, cause like I drew these paws really cartoony, so it's really hard to like see them in like a 3D sense. Because I drew them in a 2D way. Yes. I think this is okay. Yeah, I decided to like I've considered myself gender fluid for a while, but I only really started like being more open about it recently because I felt like I was gonna change my mind again. But it's been quite a while now. I still feel connected to the label, I guess. So I feel a bit more like feel ready to embrace my gender fluidity. Just booked a language course in Germany last night after saving up for so many years. Congrats! Wonder how being non-binary works with pronouns in the language. Never thought about it until now. I think I'm not like the best person to ask about it. It's probably... You probably want to find a non-binary German person. Because I'm not entirely sure myself, to be honest. For context, German language doesn't really have a gender-neutral pronoun. Personally, if I'm not able to ask the person what they prefer, I usually default to the feminine pronoun. Because that's the pronoun for the word person. It's like die Person. Regardless of their gender, it's D. So that's just how I usually do it if I'm not able to ask the person directly. Yeah, it's kind of funny, like the fact that Germany doesn't have a widely used gender-neutral pronoun is kind of what made me realize that I like being called he. Because it was like, oh, like during that time where I went by they in English, and I would be in those situations with like German speakers and be like, oh, I don't know, I can only choose between he and she. For some reason, I would much rather be called he. So in a way that kind of helped me realize that I'm a guy. Good to know, thank you. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's probably better if you're able to, I don't know, look into it yourself or find a non-binary German person to ask, because I'm not entirely sure. But I'm glad I could help in at least a little way. Give me a soft brush, please. The softest brush. Can I finish this in 5 minutes? I don't know. Thank you very much for the bits, Felix. Can we please get a mouth reveal? Of course, but only because you asked so nicely. Ah. It's imperative that I always say ah when we do the mouth reveal. Bro, I wish I could have an ah emote. If you didn't know, it's against the emote terms of service on Twitch. I don't know, I think YouTube is fine. But on Twitch, you're not allowed to have emotes that are just one single letter, that have just one single letter on them. I think it's probably to prevent people from, like, putting a bunch of emotes together to spell, like, a hateful word or something. F? What the heck? Why do you have that? Is it because there's dots? Maybe because there's dots. But yeah, if it's like two letters next to each other, something like that, any more than one letters is fine. But they don't want you having just single letter emotes. And I guess I could add a H on the end. But it doesn't have the same effect, does it? I don't know. I was supposed to look a bit more into it and see if there's a workaround. But I kind of forgot. Why do you have an emote that just says ass on it? How did that get through? Why is that allowed? Wouldn't hit the same, yeah. A big A and a tiny H? There's a lot of stuff you can get away with. Yeah, but they'll probably be like, when I do it, they're like, nah. This guy wants to have an A, a single A, in his emote. Ban him. This guy cannot be allowed to participate in our platform. Ban him immediately. Gods. Ban this man from Twitch. Oh my god, Pona, hi. How's it going? Meep. Let's just do it like this. I think this is good. So here's the thing with YouTube thumbnails. Oh my god, a butt. Butt emote. That's amazing. Looks awesome, good job. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. So like the thing with like thumbnails, I never know if I should put text on them or not. But I do feel like text kind of like draws your eye towards them. It does for me at least. I'm always, my stupid human brain is like, ooh, words, I wish to read these. Must read the words. Cause like, I don't know, there's like this space up here. Maybe I can add the logo. Like, Hollow Knight. Cause it's kinda like... the knight big or his socks really small? That is for you to decide. Oh, actually, the logo is really long. I don't think that would fit in this space unless I made it really small. Socks is always a small little creature in my mind. Yeah, he's definitely the kind of guy who would get microed. Is that what it's called? What is the act of making somebody really small called? I think I would just add like a little bit more of a glow. And then basically call it done. A good game and a recommendation to buy because I can't decide for myself and I don't know what the game is about. Are you talking about Hollow Knight? Because I've never played it either. I'm just working on a thumbnail for when I do play it, which will be on Wednesday. So I guess not to like advertise myself or anything. But you could come to stream on Wednesday and see my gameplay and see if it's something you would like. When the night is hollow? It's a fantastic game, but it might take you a few tries to click with the game. That's good to know. I do kind of worry that it'll be like, I had a bit of an issue playing Rainworld. Because it was a little bit too hard for me. And I don't like hard games. Because I have a really bad habit of giving up on things way too easily. Squashifying? Shrinking. What's the past tense of shrink? Like, get shrunk? You're the cutest little skunk on instant follow. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And welcome. I'm really sorry, but I am, like, just about to end. Get shrunked, idiot. Oh my god. Yeah. I'm tired and I got stuff to do, I'm sorry. But I'm thinking that I'll probably stream again tomorrow. It'll just be like a short stream. And then I'll be back this time on Wednesday for Hollow Knight, which is why I drew this. Yeah. Please don't start at 6 AM. Nah, I think I don't like starting earlier than 2 PM anymore. I probably won't do that again. I'll probably start at my normal time, but only do it for like an hour or two. I think I could get away with a 2-hour stream. It's just like Tuesdays are the days where I like shop, do my grocery shopping. I would usually leave around this time. It's a little bit awkward if I'm streaming. But yeah, I will head off because I also didn't eat anything today and I should probably consume something. Thank you for watching though, it's been really fun today. We had fun. We had fun conversations. I appreciate the support when I talk about like personal stuff. Always feel a little bit like, maybe I shouldn't talk about myself so much and like be too personal and stuff, but everybody's always really nice about it and I really appreciate that. But yeah, I hope I'll see you again either maybe tomorrow or on Wednesday for when I actually play this freaking game. And yeah, have an excellent rest of your day, and the most important part of all is